Yep, how was the mock? Good, bad, okay. Bad. Why? Tell me, how many mocks will we do bad? Was this a paper which was supposed to be bad in quant? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. How many? What are the marks? Can you just throw your marks, guys? Total effective marks versus percentile. Quant. Percentile. Okay. 14 marks. Okay. 20. Hey, next time, let's see if you're not remembering marks, don't enter my class. This third mock, I've been consistently saying you should know your marks, you should know your marks, you should know your marks. 19 in quant, okay. 17. Huh, it's working. $17. Okay. 16. Online students, marks, please. Effective marks in quant. 9, okay. You can send it to me personally, it's completely fine. 14, okay. 15, 12, 14, 9, 13, 9. Okay, fair enough. But was this okay? How do we approach mock? I mean, that's one very important task. Or I've been talking to a lot of students last few weeks. How do we pick questions in the paper? Do you see a question and start solving, or do you first segregate your topics? Do you enter the mock with a certain mindset that okay, these are certain topics that I'm good at? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Did you, if you see the first question, do you directly start solving the first question? Why will you get idea? I would not see this question. Yeah, this is a very easy question for that case, but I would not see this question. Okay, fair enough. You get idea, then get idea. I think how much time do you see for getting idea? ఈ క్వశ్చన్ should not take more than 1 minute according to me if నువ్వు చెప్పు నువ్వేం చేసుకున్నావు ఈ క్వశ్చన్ 1 minute కావాలి ఈ క్వశ్చన్ కి if you are good at geometry. How many of you tried to attempt this question? How much time did you take? 1 minute. If you know this question, less than 1 minute. Now short 3, but that's a bonus for you guys. I'm not counting this because ideally I expect you guys to enter with a mindset. Just 1 second here. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, so I'm assuming that you are leaving this question and okay, geometry, we have not done geometry, no problem. Okay, then when I move to my next question, would I solve this? Do you know log? No, leave this question, no problem. Second question to be left. When I move to my next question, a number greater than 6 leaves the remainder of 3. Batch, yeah, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, definitely doable question. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weekend, all of them definitely doable question. Did you crack this question? What is the logic behind this question is more important. So I would have seen this question and I would have given 2 minutes to this question and I would have tried solving and I would have got out of this question. Right? So if I see this question, a number greater than 10 when divided by 6 leaves 3 as a remainder, right? And the minimum number of factors of the number are how much? So if I look at 6 divided by 6 and leaves 3 as a remainder, that means 6x plus 3 is the format of the number. How many of you solved this question correctly? Others no. Why no? Did you attempt this question? Why? Overlook entra. Third question ra. దాన్ని ఓవర్లుక్ ఏంట్రా ఎందుకు అర్థమెటిక్ నంబర్స్ చేయవా చెప్పు another simple divided by 6 leaves 3 as a remainder. As small a question you can expect in the examination. At least చదువుకునేసి వదిలేండ్రా. If I read the first sentence, I will not leave this question. I'll be very frank about this. Okay, now let us enter and see within 1 or 2 minutes, do I get the idea? If no, then I will leave it. But not seeing the question is wrong, Nitesh. Any good student, I'm telling you, this is very strict warning for all of you. I'm not expecting marks from you. But if you're not reading the whole paper, that is wrong here. A good student can never leave the question unread. Are you getting it? Well, I mean, how would you react if Virat Kohli says, I could not see the ball? Hey, the question are blind. We're laughing it, right? Same thing. Why? Because from Virat Kohli, we can't expect. If Bumrah and Shami say we could not see the ball, parallel batting rather. But if Virat Kohli is saying I could not see the ball, then or I could not see the fielder, again we'll laugh. Because a good batsman should know where is the fielder standing and where is the ball coming from. And then the onus comes, maybe I played a wrong shot. I hope all of us follow cricket. Clear? The same logic there, yeah. So if you are a good student or if you feel that you're good at some certain area, leave aside being good or not good. You cannot leave a set unattended. You can't say in LR, sir, I picked the first set and I was stuck there only and my 40 minutes got over. That is wrong. At the same time, you can't say, sir, I spent 15 minutes in analyzing 3 sets. So you have to slowly devise strategies on how quickly are you skimming the sets. In quant, how quickly you are skipping. So good sign, first 2 sets you left, good sign. But third question is not supposed to be left. Right now, how do I build upon this? The question is asking about number of factors of the number. Now, number of factors is I need to factorize the number. Clear? If I need to factorize the number, I take 3 here common. This becomes 2x plus 1. 3 is already a prime number. No problem. Clear? Now 2x plus 1 we know is going to be an odd number. Now odd numbers are either prime numbers or they are composite numbers only. Kada? Is this point very clear? Right? And the question says the value of number is greater than 10. That means x has to be greater than 1 in fact. I think one chance ledu ikkada. One chance ledu. If 1 is not the chance and it's an odd number, either it is going to be an composite odd number or it is going to be a prime number. If it is a prime number, then only I'll get the minimum number of factors. If this is one more prime number, so 3 to the power 1 into another prime number, let's say a to the power. Okay. So into 1 second. Just 1 second here. What's wrong today? Yeah, so I have 6x plus 3. I take a 3 common. This becomes 2x plus 1. This is 3 to the power 1. Okay, 3 to the power 1 into a to the power 1. Clear? If it is 3 to the power 1 into a to the power 1, then 1 plus 1, this becomes 2. Clear? And this will also become 1 plus 1, that is 2. So can I say the number will have minimum of 4 factors? Is that our answer? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So that's it, because 3 is not possible. Right? And the other concept is simple. From 3 to the power 1, you'll get 2 factors. From a composite number, you'll get more than 2 factors. Right? So 2 and more than 2. You'll have definitely minimum 3. 2 into 3, 6 factors వస్తాయి మనకి. Clear? If you understand it this way, 3 to the power 0, 3 to the power 1, composite number lo more than 2 factors, minimum 3 factors వస్తాయి. So 2 into 3 ఎన్ని వస్తాయి? 6 వస్తాయి if it is a composite number. Clear? And if it is a prime number, you'll have 4 factors and therefore your answer has to be 4. Now you cannot leave this question in the exam. Clear? So according to me, this 3 marks should be popped in your, should be logged in your pocket. Again, time frame should not be more than 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so assuming that you are just scanning and going ahead, leaving the first question, leaving the second question, you're you're stopping here, solving it, and then moving forward. Clear? Something wrong. This part of the screen is not working. Okay. Then this, if you know logs, if you know trigonometry, attempt, but assuming you do not know it, you can leave it. If you know it, it's a bonus. So when I'm saying it's a bonus, please start counting. I'll be counting minimum marks that you should get. You solved the first question plus 3. You solved this question plus 3. But again, when you are attempting a question of this area, your target should be 2 minutes and get out. Clear? It's an easy question if you know trigonometry and logarithms. Okay, but still, I'm not looking at it because it's not being taught in the class. Now, person A, how many of you solved this question? I should not have left this question for sure in the examination. How many of you got it correct? Why did you not do it? Imagine, దానికి imagination नहीं అక్కర్లేదు. Okay. So there's nothing to imagine, no? Do I need to imagine this situation? Why did you not crack this question? It's a very simple question. It just says clearly that a person A is standing in the middle of the platform. Okay. A person A is standing in the middle of the platform of length 300 meters. That means he's standing at 150 meters from each side. Now, two trains B and C, respective lengths of 120 and 250, are coming at 54 kilometers an hour and 72 kilometers an hour. 54 kilometers an hour is 18 into 3. That means 15 meters per second. 72 kilometers an hour is 18 into 4. That is 20 meters per second. So let's assume that this is 15 meters per second train and the length is 120 and this is 20 meters per second train and the length is 250. Okay. Now the question says enter from the opposite ends at the same time. How much of the length of C does the person see while it passes him if train B comes in between? So what is there not to imagine the situation? I'm standing on platform 1 here. One train is coming from platform 2. Because when you're standing at platform 1, you can see the rail of platform 1 and also the rail of platform 2. Have you been to railway station? Sure. Okay. So can I at least imagine this much? If two trains have to come and you are seeing, obviously both platforms on just okay. Now, if both the platforms and now it says that train B comes in between. If you are in platform 1, which train is in your platform? Obviously B, because the B is coming between you and C. C is from the other side. So there's nothing to imagine. B is coming in your platform. C is going in the second platform. And you need to see that how much of the train are you able to see. Now, obviously, if I'm standing, my train is coming slower. The train which is coming faster, I'll be able to see certain thing. So when will my vision get blocked? My vision will get blocked only when my train is crossing me. Then I can't see what's happening in second platform. Clear? Right? So let us see the time taken by the slower train because my train is train B. Let me calculate the time taken by train B to reach me. Let's say train B is a slower train. Clear? So can I say 150 meters cover cheyali because it has to the engine has to just cross me. So the first part of the train has to cross me. So train B will take 10 seconds to cross me. That means can I say till 10 seconds I can see whomsoever I want in the railway station. Whomsoever. Clear? Some girl in the opposite platform also. Right? I can see whatever the vision is very clear till 10 seconds. 10 seconds so 8 train enta cover chestadara 200. That means it will start crossing me at 150 meters till when my vision is blocked. Can I say I can see 50 meters of this train? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. That is one part of it. Okay. So in the first shot, I am going to see 50 meters. That means this is also off. This is also off. Lucky options are in your favor. At the same time, ఈ ట్రైన్ 10 seconds లో ఇక్కడ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ ఈ ట్రైన్ నా దగ్గర 10 seconds లో వస్తుందిరా. No, they're entering the platform. No, they enter the opposite ends of the platform at the same time. When this train's engine is here, this train's engine is here. They enter the platform. They did not say they cross the person at the same time. Both the trains enter the platform at the same time. So when T0, if the train is here, T0, this train is here. Clear? That is one part. Your lucky options are in your favor. Else most of the students think 50 seconds, 50 meters is చూసుకుంటాము వదిలిస్తారు. There's another point of it. Now this train is a small train. Clear? So now let's calculate. Can I say from here, or let's say after 10 seconds, the time taken for my train to cross is 8 more seconds. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. 120 meters cross చేస్తుంది కదా ఇక్కడ 10 seconds రా. దీని తర్వాత the train has to cross its own length. Own length is 120 meters at 15 meters per second. That means it's going to cross another 8 seconds. That means 18 seconds is what this train will travel for. Clear? Now this train is crossing me after how many seconds? 150 plus 250. That is 400. 400 divided by 20. That means 20 seconds. My train crossed me after 18 seconds. If my train crossed me after 18 seconds and this train is taking 20 seconds to cross me, can I say I can further see 2 more seconds of the other train in the last case? అర్థమైందా? ఇంకా 2 seconds కి విజన్ ఫ్రీ అయిపోద్ది మంది. స్టార్టింగ్ విల్ బి విజన్ ఫ్రీ అండ్ లాస్ట్ లో కూడా 2 seconds కి విజన్ ఫ్రీ అవుతుంది. ఆ 2 seconds లో ఈ ట్రైన్ ఎంత కవర్ చేస్తుంది? 40 more. సో స్టార్టింగ్ ది 50 చూసుకోవచ్చు, లాస్ట్ ది 40 చూసుకుంటాము. సో therefore 50 plus 40 it's going to take 90. To me it was not a question of speed, time and distance. To me it was a question of logic. I can always have small puzzle. Basic formula I have to apply is speed time is equal to distance by speed. There's no technicality in this question. It is actually logic. It comes under a puzzle question to me. Clear? So according to me, you should have pocketed or okay, assuming that you were lost in the wordings or maybe you did not interpret, leave. So far, according to me, 3 marks. Okay, let's see. Worst to worst case, enta marks manki ravali. In my questions, extra you attempted, you have to add yours. Okay. So assuming you have left this, but again, if you are entering in this, you should have not given more than 2 minutes to get out. How much time did you spend here? No. You need to understand that you have to start taking the decision, saying that in first 2 minutes you have to start understanding, am I going towards my answer? If no, ठीक है यार, बाहर आ जाओ. You have, this is the fourth question of the paper. How many questions were there in quant? Do you count that? 24. I think ఇంకా 20 ఉన్నాయి రా. 40 minutes ఉంది మన దగ్గర. 2 minutes ఆ క్వశ్చన్ లో అజ్యూమ్ చేసుకోండి, ప్రీవియస్ క్వశ్చన్. ఇంకా 3 క్వశ్చన్ స్కాన్ చేయడానికి 1 minute. 5 minutes ఆల్రెడీ అయిపోయింది. మహా అయితే ఇంకా 1 minute దీనిలో వచ్చేసి బయటికి రావాలి. Because I still have 20 more. ఐడియా వచ్చింది నీకు. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ థింకింగ్ ఓకే ఐ మైట్ సాల్వ్ బట్ టైం పడుతుంది, మార్క్ ఫర్ రివ్యూ, కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు ఇట్. See what has happened now. I'll give you a simple comparison here. You spent 3 minutes, you got 0. Right? If you spend 2 minutes, that extra 1 minute might help you to locate one more easy question that you can solve in 1 or 2 more minutes. So save that time, no? So preferably try to take your decisions in 2 minutes, which we have been doing. Batch 1, 2 and weekend, I made you guys practice this. Start taking a decision in 2 minutes. Right? In 2 minutes, you should get an idea. Are you going through or not? If you feel it's a little complicated, Nick 3 minutes padinda realize cheyadaniki you could not imagine. That should have been in 1 minute time. ఇంకా 2 minutes dakinda imagine cheyadaniki. 1 minute tarvata odlira. Why are we holding to the question? Right? After certain time you feel there's a bit of confusion. It's okay. There are 20 more questions. If this is the only question on this planet, you have time left in the exam. Cheskondra. Are you getting it? Clear? Let's move to the next one. So this again comes under geometry. Just 1 second. Again, geometry, assuming you are leaving, move forward. How many of you solved this question? We had a question of this kind in our textbook also. Averages chapter lo question undi. What should force me to enter into this question? He is writing all the integers beginning from 1. Right? And the question is also talking about total is 444. Can we calculate sum of first n natural numbers? That's n into n plus 1 by 2. Right? Now n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay? Adding up all the positive integers, her dad realized that it is possible if the child has accidentally counted 1 extra number twice. That means the sum we got is more than this sum. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So this should be less than 444. Clear? For you to get a rough estimation of how do you calculate, this becomes n into n plus 1 is less than 880h. Now the best way is close to square hai kada. N into n plus 1 is close to a square number. Can I say 30 square is 900? So 30 radu. Right? Can I have 29 into 30? That's your answer, I guess. 29 into 30 is 870. Either we have 30 into 31. Adi 930 velpotundi. Or 29 into 30. That means the value of n is equal to 29. Right? So let's replace in the formula. 29 into 30 divided by 2. What should the actual sum be? That is 29 into 15. What is 29 into 15? 29 into 10. That is 290. Half of this is going to be 145, which means I am having 5, some point problem here, 5, 3 and 4. 435 is what I should have got. But the person actually got 444, which means 9 is a number that has been counted twice. A very easy question, according to me, 6 marks. You should not have left this question. It's a bacha level question. Again, this might again, if you know n into n plus 1 by 2, I would term this question as a puzzle question. It is coming no chapter. A chapter is clear. It's a generic formula that all of us should know. So n into n plus 1 by 2 is a minimum formula that we should apply. We should have read this. We should have converted this. According to me, minimum 3 plus 3, 6 marks in the examination. Clear. This question had a technical glitch. If you read the options, this question had a technical glitch. Clear, because Parath can give Ranjan a start of 140 meters, which means by the time Parath covers 260, Ranjan should have covered 120. But options solution lo 140 consider chesadu. Do you raise the query? There's an option to report error. The portal that you have is a lovely portal. How many of you checked you can make your own test in the portal? How many of you checked that you can have a study plan in the portal? Did you explore that? Start exploring it here. Clear, right? And if you found this, report an error. What is the problem in that? We'll discuss this later. Let's not waste time. But yeah, if you're solving this and you're not getting the answer, quit. Max 3 minutes, because numbers are a little complicated. Max 3 minutes. Your method might be correct. If you still did not get the answer, it's okay. Leave it for the time being, okay? Because in this mock, you won't get the 3 marks. This again, if you know geometry, you're confident, do it, else leave it. For the time being, leave it. Yeah, how many of you solved this question? A very easy question to solve. You should not have left this question. And better use calculator. Yeah, decimals lo undira. Right? So what would I do? 2523 is divided amongst 2 people. One is of 15 years of age and the other one is of... Guys, do you read questions of arithmetic? Then why did you leave this question? Tell me, in the exam end time. Are minimum formula ra. Formula telida. Chadukuna ma question. Idea raleda formula base undi. Are formula based question last lo enduku odistarra? You know the formula, then why are you leaving the question? Right, it's very clearly telling you that this guy's interest is for 9 years. This guy's interest is for 11 years. And the question says that the portion they shall receive equal amounts kuda ichchadu. Interest kuda cheppaledu. Right, so if I'm converting this guy as x and this guy as 2523, then all I'm looking at is x, okay, and into 1.1 whole to the power 9 is equal to 2523 minus x into 1.1 whole to the power 11. 9, 11 will get cancelled directly from here. This is 9 and this gets 11. So this becomes 1.21. Or you can do reverse. You can keep this as 1.1 whole to the power 11 because again calculation together. Up to you, no problem. Clear? And then eventually you can say this is 1.21. So don't calculate this. 2523 into 1.21. Now 1.21 into x is minus 1.21. Ikkada plus 1 vakte undi. So 2.21 is equal to 2.21x. Calculate the value of x. That's your answer. Better use calculator and move on. Right? 3 more marks definitely to be pocketed. 9 marks so far in the examination. And we have picked up questions which are not taking more than 1 or 2 minutes. Clear? Next, market research. If you know Venn diagrams of two groups, that's a very easy question. Okay, but okay, leave it since we have not done Venn diagrams. No problem. This, if you know basic logs, easy question to be done. We'll discuss this later, but a very easy question to be done. Okay. This is again a definitely next question that you should have definitely done in the examination. Right now, what is this question talking about? In geometry, especially mensuration, if I'm using equilateral triangle, right angle triangle, rectangle, square, I should not be leaving it. The first question was a parallelogram. Again, that is again a lovely area because parallelogram can be considered as a square also. Because square is a parallelogram only. Same kada, opposite sides are equal, right? Height kuda same ostadi. So if you are smiling for this question, you should have solved the first question also. Arduino, right? So you need to understand that part, that all these come under the same gambit. Circle, we know the formulas, right? Rectangle, square, equilateral triangle, right angle triangle. I should not be leaving these five. If you know isosceles, much better. Inka question bonus on the isosceles triangle. Clear? Right? Now, when the length of the rectangle increased by 2 and the width decreased by 1, we obtain a square whose area is equal to the area of a rectangle. Clear? Which means, can I say, if the length of the rectangle is increased by 2 and the width of the rectangle is decreased by 3, can I say, if we obtain a square, that means the sides are becoming equal? Clear? Or in short, you can write L is equal to B minus 5. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So this is the side of the square, right? Or you can also, if you want, you can write the value of side of the square as A. Either you write in the form of L or you can write in the form of B. You choose. Okay. So I can write L is equal to B minus 5. Ante kada? If L is equal to B minus 5, now this is my side of the square. Area of the square becomes B minus 3 whole square, A square. Clear? Right? Because I have only one equation. Area of the square is equal to area of rectangle. If I have one equation, I want one variable. I converted L in the form of B. So side of the square also I'll take in the form of B is equal to area of the rectangle. What is the area of the rectangle? Length into width. Now length is equal to B minus 5. And what is width? Width is equal to? Width is B only. I'm assuming length of the rectangle is L, width of the rectangle is B. Length increased by 2 is the side of the square. Width decreased by 3 is the side of the square. Now I have only one equation given. Area of the rectangle is equal to area of the square. Clear? Right? So therefore this becomes how much? This becomes B square minus 5B is equal to B square minus 6B plus 9. Clear? This gets cancelled here, or you get the value of B is equal to 9. If B is equal to 9, now the question is asking you, the length will be equal to 9 minus 5, that is 4. Clear? Right? So therefore final value will be 2 into L plus B. Okay? So L plus B is 9 plus 4 is 13. So your answer becomes 2 into 13, which is equal to 26. That should be your answer. Clear? So definitely pocketed question. 26 is going to be your answer. Right? So how many marks till now? 12. So 12 you should have got as a minimum without even rushing, without even being in a hurry of the marks. Clear? One more easy question. Clear? So one solution is 4:1. 4:1 means I have a solution worth 80%. The second is 3:1, which means I have a solution worth 75%. All I want is 78% minimum. Clear? Right? And I'm told that what minimum quantity in container A should be added to 10 liters of container B. This is container B. I do not know the value of container. That's it. Nothing else is what you need. Clear? And this will give you how much? 3, and this will give you how much? 2. If 2 parts is 10, that is 1 part is 5, 3 parts is equal to 15. So according to me, how many marks so far? 15 marks. Not being in a hurry. Now you check, where are you? So why is the mock creating a difference in us? There's no question selection required. You are not done with the topic in the class, leave it. The problem will arise once the course is over. At that time, you will feel I have done a bit of geometry also, I have done a bit of algebra also, I have done a bit of this also. And that's the reason I started mocks early, because first get a realization that in every mock, if you are able to convert all arithmetic questions, you'll still be the topper of the class here. And 21 marks is how much percentile? 86 percentile. I don't want you to get a 99 percentile now. We're already done with 15 marks with only 5 questions. Inga chala easy questions last lo unnai nana. Ostana. Out of 24, I found 13 to 14 doable in this paper. Now it all depends on how much time you are taking per question. But there were enough scope for you to grab the marks in this paper. This paper was easy according to me. This paper was not like the previous papers. I could feel 10 to 12 easy questions you could have picked, and you could have tried maybe pocket around 8 to 9 questions easily. 30, 33 is what I'm expecting to be a good score in this paper at this moment of your preparation. So that is what you need to start understanding in the whole process. Clear? Let's see other questions also. Equilateral triangle, leave it. You do not know coordinate geometry, no problem. This question had a problem. What was the problem in the question? The numbers were not lovely. That is the only problem of this question. Right? The numbers were a little weird, but you should understand the question was very easy. They might give you weird numbers. But I think it's worth a try. 2 minutes. 2 minutes is worth a try. And unfortunately here, my method does not work. If you assume that the rest are sold at half the price, okay? If you assume that initial price is 2x, now there's a flaw if you assume 2x. Why is there a flaw if you assume 2x? 2x is an integer, Cheppedra. So by default in your head, what would you assume? X is also an integer, but x need not be an integer. If x is equal to 0.5, 2x enta 1 kada. If x is equal to 1.5, 2x enta 3. The question clearly told you full price is a whole rupee amount. Are you getting it? Which means full price is definitely an integer, but half price need not be an integer. Right? That is where taking 2x might make you land up in trouble in this question. You might be searching for integer solutions, you won't get integers there. So what I would rather do is I would assume full price as x, half price is x by 2, and I will tell myself x is an integer. This question comes under numbers chapter. Okay. Now let's see what are the numbers chapter talking about. Some tickets are sold for full price. Now, how many tickets I do not know. Let's say n tickets are sold for full price. That means remaining 140 minus n tickets were sold at half price. Clear? Right? Now the question says that this plus this is equal to 2001. Now what do I get from here? 2nx plus 140x minus nx is equal to 4002, or I have nx plus 140x is equal to 4002, or if I take x common, I get n plus 140 is equal to 4002. Some problem here. Let's write it. So we've got x common into n plus 14 is equal to 400. Clear? Yeah, 140. X is an integer. N is also an integer. Can I rephrase this question as I want to see in how many ways can I write 4002 as a product of two factors? Is this a question worth leaving? You also have calculator in the examination. You can use calculator and see which number divides. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Let's use the formula to calculate how to calculate the number as a prime number. Take the nearest square root of the number. 4000. 60 square is 3,600. Let's reach till 60 only here. No problem. Or leave that. You start factorizing this way. Now, the catch here is this number has to be greater than 140. Because n has to be minimum 1. Clear? Right? So if I go ahead on these lines, 1 into 4002, or I get 2 into 2001, very big numbers, because again, n can be maximum 140, 280 only. This value can be maximum 280. Out of 140 n tickets, remaining are 141 as n tickets. So value of n can be maximum 179, not even 180. Sorry, 139, not even 140. Clear? Right? So this is a multiple of 3. Then I can go with 3 into 667. Now understand, in factors we have seen, if I pick out factors of this number also, I'll get my answer. So why to assume a number is a prime number in this? Leave that. This is also, okay, so 2 and 3, that means this number is also divisible by 6. See, instead of thinking how to calculate factors of 4002, let us get the factors of small numbers, right? So this becomes how much? 6 into 6 into how much? Sorry, 3 into how much here? 3 into a larger number, no? 6 into something. 6 into 667, no? Yeah. 6 into 667. So let's calculate what are the factors of this number? 667 square root in the 25 square. 25, 625, right? Let's write all the prime numbers till 625. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Not divisible by any of these. Okay. Next, I go to 13. Take out your calculators. 17, 19, 23, 29. 23 is chalam. Okay. Check. 667 by 23. See, I should tell myself if I've reached here, after this, I cannot leave this question, bro. 29, 23 into 29 is 667. That means, can I say 23 and 29 divide this number also? Now check 4002 by 23 and 170. Are we getting a required answer? 23 into 174. If this value is 174, n का value कितना हुआ? 34. X का value कितना हुआ? 23. Are you getting it? You want 4002 divided by 29 చేసుకోండి. One. 29 into how much? 138. 138 is not possible because it's 140 plus n. So this doesn't go at all. Only this case is satisfying. If this case is satisfying, x is equal to 23, n is equal to 34. So 23 into 34 is your answer. Should you have left this question? See, my thought process is simple. If I am leaving a question just because calculation is tough, that means we have not learned calculations in this examination. So at least learn. It's okay if you left this. I'll also not count this into our consideration set. But learn, if you feel that it's a prime number, then no more factors. But chance ledamma. This value has to range from 140 till 279. That means there has to be some factor coming in between 140 and 279. If after this I'm not able to simplify, then you have to check whether this number is a prime number or not. If this number is definitely not a prime number, let's go reverse strategy. Let's see if the number is a prime number or not. అక్కడ ఏదో ఒక ఫ్యాక్టర్ వస్తుంది కదా, ఆ ప్రకారంగా వెళ్ళిపోతే మన ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది. So learn this technique. If the numbers are weird like this, you can just take that reverse of prime number concept and get your answers. Clear? Right? Shall we move forward? Yeah. I should have given this question as question of the day, LR puzzle of the day. How many solve this? I bet not more than 1 or 2. Online, anybody solve this question? Okay, good. At least 2 people in the whole class. Chadukunara. There's a value n which is greater than 10 to the power 6 and less than 10 to the power 7. Let's write it. 10 to the power 6 is 1 followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. And 10 to the power 7 is 1 followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. ఈ మధ్యలో ఈ నంబర్ ఉంది. ఓకే, అండ్ ఇట్ సేస్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద డిజిట్స్ ఇస్ 2. ఆల్రెడీ 1 ఉండాలి. ఓకే, ఈ 1 ఉండాలి and sum of the digits is 2. Can I say one possibility is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Second possibility is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 0. 2 is a possibility, 1 and 1 only kada. So 1 number, second number, third number, fourth number, fifth number, sixth number. ఇంకొక ఆప్షన్ ఉంది 2 0 0 0 2 followed by 6 zeros. That's your answer, nothing else. Now you decide why did you leave, or you decide why did you not use your mind. Again, have we done numbers? Yes, a mindful 1 minute should have been given to this number. And when I say mindful 1 minute, I should have written this and I should have thought, how can I get some of the digits as 2? This 1 minimum undali. If some of the digits is 2, I need at least 2 ones. Only 2 ones, not even at least. Only 2 ones, so I can place a 1 here, then 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 6. At least you should have attempted 6 and you should have come back. At least 6. Because theta. 1 minute lo anta idea ravali. And then if you are a little careful, I can also have 2 followed by 6 zeros, which is also one of my numbers in the consideration set. That's it. Clear? So according to me, 3 marks should be pocketed, 18 marks. I did not count the previous question, okay? Okay, assuming you do not know greatest integer, but we'll learn this later, no problem. But again, a very easy question. Odlisara, chesaru. Did this? How many of you did this? 1, 2. No, you finished time and work, right? అరే ఎంత సాల్వ్ చేసావురా నువ్వు. అరుణ్ శర్మ కంప్లీట్ చేసావురా టైమ్ అండ్ వర్క్ లో. పాస్ట్ క్యాట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా చేసావురా. ఇది ఏంట్రా? పెద్ద క్వశ్చన్ చూస్తే మైండ్ వర్క్ అవ్వదు సార్. ఐ థాట్ ఐ విల్ కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు ఇట్, రైట్? అండ్ యూ నెవర్ కేమ్ బ్యాక్ టు ఇట్. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ లో ఏంటుందిరా? అండ్ ఆల్వేస్ రిమెంబర్ when the question is lengthy, no, they're generally easy ones. Sure, you got the answer. Online, how many? No one? Sad guys. Time and work, you should not be leaving this. There are certain chapters you cannot leave the questions, and it's a direct question only, nothing hidden. See, remember one thing: when the question becomes lengthy, which means a lot of information is given to us. Chinna question undi oka answer adugunnadu means either the question is very easy or less information is given and you have to get the answers. But if the question is lengthy, which means a lot of information, then I can see a lot of numbers. Total task is this much. Okay, A completed the task in 20 days. B telidu. C and D, okay, were 25% less, 20 and 25% less efficient than B. Efficiency cheppadu. 20 and 25. 20 aithe 1/5 denominator, 25 aithe 1/4 denominator. So all I started is I assumed that B's efficiency is 20. This is how I actually did this question, okay? B's efficiency is 20. 20% less than this is 16. And 25% less than this is 15. Okay, next. E alone can complete 50 days. Now, which is 25% more than the number of days taken by B to complete the work? That means B completed the task in 40 days. I've assumed efficiency also. Can I say my total work is 800? Aithe deindi 40 and deindi. That's it. ఇంకేం కావాలరా? ఇది వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఇంకేం మిగిలిందా? You have to think, why are you leaving these questions, guys? Clear? Right? After this, it's all about A and B start the work for 2 days. And then A leaves. Fair enough. Just make a time log. Manchiga. Amount received by D. So I need to see what is the work done by D from the total gang. Clear? Right? And complete the remaining work. So I need to know this part. Okay? Or leave that. Yeah, fair enough. A and B work for 2 days. A and B 60. So 60 for 2 days will be 120. This is A plus B for 2 days. Now what happened? A leaves, E and D join B for 1 day. So 1 day, E, D and B for 1 day. E plus D is 31, 31 plus 20 is 51. So they completed 51 units together. Clear? Next, after that B leaves and now C, D and E complete the remaining work. C, D and E complete the remaining work. That is 16 plus 16, 32. 32 plus 15, 47 per day. And total work is how much? 171 IND. 171 means 9 is 180. 180 plus 20 is 200. 200 plus 600 is 800. 629 units. So we will calculate 629 is equal to 47 into X number of days. You can use your calculator. You get the value of X. And D has worked for 1 day and X days. So total work done by D is equal to 15 into 1 plus X out of 800 is the proportion of money that D will get into 22560. This should be your answer. Clear? So not at all a difficult question. You should have definitely entered, solved and come out. And we should have been at 21 marks by now. Clear? And again, I'm again and again repeating, till now, whatever marks we have counted, nowhere we got trapped. So according to me, these questions are straightforward questions only. They are not trying to trap you, giving you very difficult questions. Because last year CAT also, it was not very trapped questions. Last 3 years CAT questions I've been seeing, not trappy questions. It's all about which question do you pick, in how much time do you solve, are you committing calculation mistake or not? Out. The concepts that are taught in the class are enough. You need not even go for application builder as well. It's all about speed, application of concepts, calculation accuracy, out. Clear? Right. So 21 marks by now here. Let's see, do we have some other easy question? Lollipop, Sita. Right. So 24 marks already. Cross your score. You're the highest so far. Congratulations. Right. But 24 marks again without touching the first question as well. Without touching logarithms, without touching difficult questions. Even if on a lower side you take 3 minutes per question, 8 threes are 24. You should have been here by maximum 30 minutes. Assume cheskondi, scanning chestunnaru, konచెం time waste avutundi. 30 minutes you should have done with 8 corrects, 24 marks. Inka 10 minutes మిగులుతాయి మన దగ్గర. Clear? We still have 10 more minutes for this examination. Okay, so 15 hours more to do a piece of work than his father. The child works for 18 hours on the job, 18 into C, and the father takes charge for 6 hours, 6 into F, and they have completed only 3/5 of the total work. Clear? So how do I solve this? Table? Yes, you should be going back to table. Else you don't have any other, because you have only one equation here. One equation means you want in one variable format. A one variable format lo first sentence ichchadu, which I did not use. A child takes 15 hours more than father. So I would assume child, father, x plus 15. Then my total work becomes x into x plus 15. This guy is doing x and this guy is doing x plus 15. Equate, you get everything from here. So now if I equate, let me take 6 common first. 6 I have 3c. 3 into 2x plus f, efficiency of f is x plus 15 is equal to 3 by 5 of x square plus 15x. 3 ones are 3 twos are 5 into 2 10. This is 4x. 10 into 4 40 plus 150. So we have here as 40x plus 150 is equal to x square plus 15x. Let's keep x square positive. So what do we get? We get x square minus 25x, and this is 150 plus 150 is equal to 0. Sorry, minus 150 is equal to 0. Now, what are the factors? 30 into 5 is 150. Minus 30 plus 5. And we discussed in some of the classes, if the coefficient of x square is 1 and you got minus 30 and plus 5. So always remember, these are going to be your factors. If the coefficient of x square is 1. If the two numbers you got is minus 30 and plus 5, x minus 30 into x plus 5 is equal to 0. Which means the value of x should be equal to 30. You get everything from the table. To complete the job now, how much time will the child take? So 30 into 45. Right? And 2/5 of the work. So 2 by 5 of 2 by 5 of 30 into 45. Clear? Should be done by your child. That means divided by. Don't waste too much of energy in calculations. Right? So this is 30, 30. Cancel. 5 ones are, 5 nines are, 2 nines are. Clean slate, straightforward question. Nowhere should it trap you. 24 marks in this paper so far. Batch number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, weekend. How many of you converted this question? If not, out. Hurry, option student ra. 3, 6, 9, 27 ra. కన్వర్ట్ చేసావా అంతేరా నువ్వు ఓన్లీ కూర్చి స్ట్రాటజీ చేసుకోరా పెద్ద పెద్ద క్వశ్చన్ చేసుకో ఈజీ క్వశ్చన్ చేయకో ఎందుకు చేయలేదురా వాట్ డు యు డు విత్ ఎగ్జామ్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ దట్ మీన్స్ డివిజిబుల్ కదా లెట్స్ యూజ్ a simple common sense 21 can be written as 3 into 7 whole to the power 2003 అది వదిలేరా ఒక సింపుల్ లాజిక్ చెప్పనా you literally think why did you leave this question 21 to the power 203 is an odd number 24 to the power 203 is an even number. What is odd plus even? Odd is an odd number ever divisible by 6? అన్నీ లాస్ట్ లో దాకా చెప్తావురా దాంతో 21 తెస్తావురా clear other way around 3 into 7 to the power 203 plus 3 into 8 to the power 203 so can I take overall low 3 to the power 203 common because this will be 3 to the power 203 into 7 to the power 203 this will be 3 to the power 203 into 8 to the power 203 so 3 to the power 203 is common that means can I say this number can be divisible by all the powers of 3 till 203 3 to the power 1 can easily divide it 3 square can easily divide it 3 cube also can easily divide it elimination method also 6 should be your answer ఇలాగా అందరూ చెప్తారా easy questions we should not be leaving it I'm again telling you giving you hints look at the options ra I'm not on proof chill I am now angry only why did you get 21 marks ఆ geometry చేసిన తర్వాత we are already 27 with this question right 27 with this question నీకు 21 వచ్చింది but why are we leaving when you see the options at least think there should be some catch I told you in the numbers class also generally the examiner will try to daunt you with weird numbers on the top but ఏదో ఒక చిన్న లాజిక్ ఉంటుంది so what should come to your mind when you see this question which of the following is not a factor factor means that divides the number So you have to rephrase the question according to your understanding, which means which of these numbers does not divide the number. We have learned for the numerator to divide the denominator. Every term in the denominator should be cancelled with the numerator. Ikkada multiple of 3, ikkada multiple of 3. I think 3 easy cancel ayipoddi. Right? You should have thought for 9 and 27. Then you should have thought I can take 3 to the power 203 common here. And that's your answer. So this also must do question. According to me, 27 marks so far. This, if you know equilateral triangle, 30 seconds. Not more than that. Chinna 30 seconds. Just to have a small revision of isosceles triangle. In isosceles triangle, when you drop a perpendicular from the vertex to the unequal side, it becomes perpendicular. It also bisects my base. Which means this will become 9 and this will become 9. 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. 3 into 3, 5 into 3. So this value should be 4 into 3. 30 seconds job if you know isosceles triangle property. And there are certain things you'll have to by heart. I'll tell you that in geometry. In geometry, isosceles triangle properties you have to by heart. Equilateral triangle, right angle triangle. Akkada nunchi question ochindi, you should not leave it in the examination. Geometry, I told you, remember, most of the questions fall under let me try. These are the kind of questions which will not fall under let me try. If I see a right angle question, if I see equilateral triangle, isosceles, circle, square, rectangle, maybe parallelogram. If I get 7 questions from here, I should be so good at these topics, which are school level topics only. I'm not expecting difficult ones. I left that square and circle. Even I will leave in the examination because complicated untadra. Inka oka chinna circle draw cheyali, again r teeskovali. Lot of weird things are there. Right, that's a very standard model. That circle question on the circle, and then there was one more circle. Standard question in CAT, but I would still not do it. Inka scope only solve cheyadaniki. I think right, first question was doable. See, this is again something that a parallelogram also talks about. Right, the height will always be same. So this width is always be same. Now, what are these? These are parallel lines. You can't assume that as a square or rectangle. Parallelogram is what? Parallelogram is both the sides are parallel. No, this is parallel, and these are also parallel. That means the gap between these two will always remain same. That is what that question was talking about. First question. Up. Okay, height same onto the both triangles. Divide chesi answer. Right, but yeah, I'm not counting in case you know isosceles. Do that, but since your geometry is starting very soon, please be rest assured that sides of the triangle work model untadamma. Okay, 4 videos Deepak has already uploaded. You'll have certain good questions basis that. Angle adgedu exam lo, you should not be leaving it. Lucky if you get a question with respect to finding the angle of this. Clear? Then in triangles, when you enter, you'll have a sum of 2 sides is greater than third side. Sides based questions untai. You should not leave that. Then when you move deeper into triangles, you should not leave right angle triangle questions. A lot of questions are there. I made that PPT in 2014. All respective models, lovely models. Right angle triangle, you should not leave. You should not leave with respect to equilateral triangle. You should not leave with respect to isosceles triangles in triangle. At the same time, median ochindi, James Bond. You should become a James Bond because median divides the triangle into 2 equal halves. This acts as the median only. Right, a median based question you should not leave. Median lo centroid astadi. We'll learn about centroid also. These are must do questions in triangles. Anything over and above this, you don't get an idea, I will not say you anything. But if you're leaving these kind of questions after geometry class, I'm sorry for you. So learn the important points and learn in the class only, guys. We all are having hard pressed time. We are going to college, we are coming. Some of you are working and coming. Right, so the best way to do is take the advantage of things in the class only. Go back home, revise, make it perfect, and leave it. Clear? Right? So must do question in case you know geometry. Yeah, this was the last question. No, how many solve this? As I told you, according to me, minimum marks in this paper should have been 30. And these are 10 questions I would have expected you to pick up. 10 into 3 minutes. 30 minutes, assuming you whiled away 10 minutes to scan the whole paper, you did not come back to the question. Sad sign. Which means you have taken some extra time in certain questions, which should not have been done. Clear? But yeah, anywhere around 27 to 30 marks is the minimum that I'm expecting from you. You attempted trigonometry, 33. You attempted parallelogram, 33. Are you getting it? So you have to count in that way. Anything extra that you're picking is a bonus. But these are the minimum questions that I expect of you to solve in the examination for sure. And this was also a question that we already saw. No? We can use the concept used in the classroom only. So he buys a certain cake set, CP of 16 is equal to 12. The same number of cakes at CP of 24 at 20. And he sells both of them combined together at CP of 30 is equal to 30. That means the number should be a multiple of 16 and 24, 48 and also 30. 48 into 30. You can as well do that. Or you can do 480 as well. Or you can, yeah, you get 240 or 48 into 30 kuda తీసుకుంటారు. Because see here the conversion is easy. Think of that, 1 rupee each. So ikkada problem manaki ekku raadu. So let me assume 48 into 30 ra, because that is what I did, to be very frank. I did not waste too much of time. So I assume my number to be 48 into 30. Okay. So 16, which means into 3 into 30. Ante kada? That will only give me 48 into 30 kada? Clear? So this is giving you how much? Into 90. Into 90 is 1080. Clear? I already have 24. I want 48 into 30. So into 2 into 30. Adenta 60 amma. Into 60 and the 1200. What the fuck? Okay. 1200 from here. Now you're forgetting this will be into 2. Okay. Fair enough. No problem. Into 2. I think amma. Into 96 kada, into 30 already unde, into 96 kada. Let's directly multiply with 96. 3 6 are 18, 8 I carry 1, 3 9s are 27 plus 1 is 28 and there's a 0. So 1200 plus 1080 gives me how much? 2280. So 2280 is the cost price and 2880 is the selling price. That means I'm making a profit of 600 over a cost price of 2280 multiplied by 100. Use calculator and get out. Simple. There are certain questions that you have to use calculator and move out. Simply. Are you getting it? So don't waste time in thinking cancel chesukovala. And option student ra denominator 19 undi. Enduku time waste chestunnaru? Calculator use chesukondi, move out. Simple. So if you would have given genuine time to these questions, I think, yeah, this is what I'm expecting of you. 30 marks is what I'm expecting from all of you in this paper. Minimum. And then the log question, then the tan question, and then the parallelogram question, and then the isosceles triangle question. You have picked it up. As I told you, I could find 13 to 14 questions doable in this paper. Clear? So this is what is needed. But guys, I somewhere I begin and again telling you, I am not putting a pressure on you for percentiles. Neither should you put the pressure on yourself for percentiles. We are writing mocks to identify our weaker areas. But in weaker areas, are we also considering question selection as one of our weaker areas? If I give all these questions in the class, I do not doubt you guys will be able to solve it. But how does it make a difference if I give these 10 questions in a class as a PPT? All of you will be able to solve it. Why are you not making a class PPT in the exam only? Why am I not directly selecting only these questions? Why is our strategy getting fucked up in the examination? Why are we messing up every time in the strategy? Why are you coming and saying that I did not see this question? Somewhere you need to understand that test taking strategies is what makes CAT achievable. And all those myths called engineers can crack CAT or non-engineers cannot crack CAT are all bullshit here. You just need to know these things. If you pick 10 questions from this paper, you have 30 marks. At this date, we are on July 4th or July 5th or 6th, right? 140 days away from CAT. Assuming it's a 90, on a conservative side, assuming it's an 80 percentile. Leave that, 30 marks is enough here. Whatever you have practiced, according to me, it has given you fruitful returns. Now, why are we not able to do it is what you guys have to start understanding. And you need to also focus on a bit on question selection. And trust me, I'm again and again telling you guys that when the syllabus is not over, selecting a question is easy. A chapter ayindi, a chapter avledu. Antira. And I'm again and again telling you, in geometry also, don't fall in love with geometry questions. Yeah, you get the idea, do it. If not, just tuck it off. 30 seconds. Andika 10 minutes buffer istunanu meeku. You have 24 questions ra. You pick 10 questions ra. Okay. Assuming you have given 12, you have how many more questions? 14 more questions. 14 questions skim chesi odildaniki. You have 10 minutes. Now that is the approximate time you should be looking at it. And in this paper, there are certain questions you will not even waste more than 2 seconds. Logs avaledu only 2 questions you left it straight. Geometry avaledu odliyandi. Yeah, might be 1 or 2 questions where you said you solved after 3 the time and distance question. Okay, spend 2 to 3 minutes, no problem. Maybe one more that wrong answer wala question. Okay, you spend 2 to 3 minutes, no problem. But apart from that, don't you think you should have left all the questions? They're not from our chapter, I guess. Right, so you have 10 extra minutes of buffer to solve in the paper, because the solving time in these questions is 30 minutes according to me. Okay, so 10 extra minutes low, or 2 more were in our zone. Out of that, 1 was doable, 1 was not. Okay, assume you have not done both of them because catch undera. Let's go relax. I don't want to be very strict with you. Why did you not do all of them? Okay, let's assume that you did not do that, but the rest of 10 were doable there. Only that question had a bit of catch. First 50 answer vachesadi, last 40 lo book ayipotham. That was the catch, but rest none of the questions had a catch. All that we have seen in the class, we are able to convert. Now, will these be CAT questions? I do not know. Is this of CAT level questions? I am not making the paper. Please don't ask me. Our job is to be ready. Easy paper, moderate paper, difficult paper. Elagaithe vaste mem solve cheyali. But in every kind of paper, remember, question selection is the key. Tough paper lo inka important అయిపోతారు. Because tough paper lo 99% will be 8 to 9 questions. Imagine you have to search 9 questions very carefully. Just spend time there and come out here. Are you getting it? So first have that clarity in your head. It's I told you in the last mock also, I'm telling you now also, it's okay. I will come back to it. You should tell yourself to see the remaining 20 questions of the papers. Our fourth question we were discussing, we got stuck. It's okay. Tell yourself it's okay. Okay, let me leave after 2 minutes. Time migilte vastamra. Don't you think you would have spent 1 or 2 more extra minutes and you would have got certain extra 3 marks you could have pocketed in? Maybe you lost this 2 marks in those range wala question. Maybe some other question you could have picked and you would have not converted it. Those are the areas which you're bleeding money. It's like you're throwing away money in the examination. You should be considering that every time that I'm spending should convert into a answer. Manki marks ravalra. Time investment is equal to marks. Marks is equal to money in the real life. So question selection is the key. Even if you have not gone back and practiced enough, if you have been in the class, you are seeing that almost, because you have covered all the models only though. Now, why are you not able to do it? Maybe you have not revised the models. But how much time do you need to revise? And also consider that by November also we have to revise. Not just now. E-mock 99 is not my target here. But you need to also check box. Okay, I did time and work. I was able to convert both the questions of time and work. I did profit and loss. I was able to convert question from profit and loss. We had a similar question with different numbers. Same question was there in our book that we solved in the class. Something at this rate, something at this rate, and overall at this rate. Right? So please focus on question selection, guys, which is a very important area. And even in LR, because Deepak also was not very happy with your LR skills. In LR, question selection becomes all the more important. Verbal is an area where you have to be good at solving a good amount of paper. But LR is also an area where you need to know how much time you are giving to each LR. And if you're picking, please ensure for the last 4 years, I'm seeing this. 18 can be an exclusion because of a very difficult paper. Right? 19, 20, 21. Last 3 years, paper was similar category. In all the 3 years, no matter paper was moderate. Okay? One set in LRDI was 70%. All the 3 years. One set in LRDI. 6 questions in quant was 70%. Last year was an exception again. I would blame COVID for that because maybe students' abilities came down. Everything is online. Maybe they're not preparing and all. Right? Last year again, quant becomes an exception because 3 questions, 75 is not a practical solution to me. But yeah, when I go on a very conservative side, I would still say 6 questions is 75 percentile or 70 percentile. And I repeat, at this point in time, with whatever preparation you have had, very few people have had regular, consistent preparation. How many of you had consistent preparation from the date of joining till now? 1, 2, 3. Online, how many of you have been able to do consistent preparation like every day? One person. Yeah, which is fine here. Please understand, if you are consistent, you should be getting the marks that we are talking about. And others, everybody's preparation will be consistent here, less consistent or inconsistent. Somebody will be less inconsistent, somebody will be more inconsistent. Please understand, these are the only categories. Somebody is consistent, inconsistent, low, less inconsistent, more inconsistent. Right? But with whatever preparation you're talking about, I feel that in all these papers, like LR, you should have gotten 4 corrects, minimum 12 marks. What is the percentile of 12 marks in LR? Anybody? 9, 12 marks. And what are your marks in LR? 9 percentile? 48 was 9. So again, close to 60, 65 will put there. Right. And it's okay. 4 months from now, if we are at 60 now, you should be happy that we are able to pocket 50, 60 percentile. But second learning is, are we becoming a little more consistent from now on? Is the next question you have to ask, because mocks should be an eye opener for us. So mock should now push you that, okay, let me try to be a little more consistent. Inta consistency lo inta vachinda. Inga 4 months unnai. That means I can still reach towards my target. That should be your approach towards these examinations. And second, please focus. Somebody who has taken all the 3 mocks, you have to start focusing on question selections always. Clear? So it's for you guys. In going 4 months, also your preparation might be a little inconsistent. It's okay, but try to make it as less inconsistent as possible. But again and again, I'm telling you, make sure that by this time you should have pocketed 6 marks, 6 questions of quant in your pocket, like 18 marks minimum. If you're inconsistent, if you're consistent, you deserve a 30. Clear? And then similarly, LR, ensure that you're pushing yourself to get 1 LR set in every mock correct. Same with a verbal, ensure that you're picking at least 15 marks from verbal in the 1 proper RC to be correct, minimum. Then you're assuring that, okay, then you should tell yourself, okay, maybe if I practice a little more, I will be in the right track. If you're not able to do that, which means your question selection is not great, your concepts also weak, maybe everything is a mess. Clear? Right? Thank you guys. See you guys in the next class. Thank you. All the best. Yeah, you can leave. Others can leave. Nitish, కొంచెం ముందుకు వస్తాం. I'll leave it. I'll give him. అరే ఒక పని చేయరా. I will write. ఎక్కడ రాదు కదా. I want you to come here. కొంచెం ముందుకు రా. Get out. Careful with the camera. అలాగే ఇక్కడ కూర్చో. Straight కూర్చో. I want to record when I'm writing. I want that non-written part to be there. Okay, no? Record kotti. 1 second. వస్తుందా? Done. Up so? Yep, thank you guys. We will take a break for the next class.